Welcome back. Good evening. You're watching Times Now Live and I'm Swati Joshi. In a major crackdown against the Popular Front of India, the NIA today carried out searches at multiple locations in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Over 40 locations were raided against PFI cadres and the NIA detained 4 people linked to the radical outfit. The NIA seized incriminating material including digital devices, documents, 2 daggers and 8,30,000 rupees in cash during these raids. Now, as per the NIA, the accused were organizing camps for imparting training to commit terrorist acts and to promote enmity between different groups on the basis of religion. The raids were today conducted following the arrest of 4 PFI members, Abdul Qadir, Sheikh Sahadullah, Muhammad Imran and Muhammad Abdul Mobin by the Telangana police on the 6th of July after a case was registered against them for their suspected terror links. The case was later handed over to the NIA and the NIA charged the accused with conspiring to wage a war against the government apart from recruiting members for the PFI and organizing camps for imparting training to commit terrorist acts. The Nizamabad police had arrested Abdul Qadir, who, in the guise of a karate instructor, allegedly provided training to Muslim youth from Telangana and Andhra martial arts and usage of lethal weapons. The Nizamabad police had also, in its remand copy, revealed how the documents seized from these accused arrested on the 7th of July revealed that they wanted to establish Islamic rule in the country. Remember how just a few months back, another PFI anti-India plot was exposed in Bihar's Patna. During raids in Phulwari Sharif, the police documents that spoke of making India an Islamic state till 2047. These incriminating material and confessions clearly point to PFI's involvement in hate plots against India, as is the agency's claim. Now the question is ban on PFI imminent now? Let's open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by Ratan Sharda. We're expecting 2 more panelists to join us. Ratan Sharda, time and again these incidents come to 4 individuals associated with this radical organization, radical termed by the premier agency in this country, are arrested. And yet we, are still asking the question, is it the time to ban PFI? Who is going to do that? Which government, state or center, will take initiative, Ratan Sharda?
First of all, that NIA has been very active. It has been able to avert any terror attacks since last 8 years. Earlier than that, we had regular routine terror attacks across India every month, nearly frequently. Since Modi ji came to power, we have seen that terror attacks have stopped, except in the disturbed areas of some northeast areas and Jammu Kashmir. So credit goes to NIA that it has been put to test properly and it knows what it is doing. Keeping that in mind, it is collecting evidence very clearly because we know about PFI charge sheet all the times. But what is more important is that after this collection of evidence, whether they want to put the ban or do some more investigation, we should leave it to the law agencies. But I'm sure that this will unearth many evidences. This will unearth many sinister plots that PFI has been cooking. Earlier it was SIMI, then it was PFI, and there are many sub organizations with different names across India. They are all networked together. This is very clear. And I think NIA has taken this job to the next level. I hope that they are charge sheeted, these people, and also there is an action on PFI. But I would rather see action than just hanker about the ban on PFI.
Absolutely. We need action instead of empty words. Ratan Sharda, stay on with us. We are also joined by Majid Haidri. Another incident which has put the PFI under the radar of the agencies this time around in the guise of karate classes. Training was being imparted to carry out terror activities, as is the allegation, Majid Haidri. Why shouldn't this organization be banned? Why shouldn't an action be taken against this organization and members?
Well, Swati Saiba, firstly, PFI is a humanitarian pressure group, I would say, which is working for the cause of the nation. But firstly, I have a very interesting point from the same charge sheet, the FIR which you are talking about. It says, on searching the house, 1 flexi board and of PFI, bamboo sticks, whiteboard, chalks, 1 podium, notebooks, handbooks, and other material was seized by Telangana police. This amounts to conspiracy of waging war against the government of India. I mean, if holding and possessing a bamboo stick is like waging war, if having a pressure cooker is like waging a war, I mean, what kind of excuses NIA coming up? Let me remind Ratan Sharda ji that in the last 3 years at least, NIA has raided Congress people, NIA has raided PFI people, NIA has raided other small parties, even the Aam Aadmi people, but NIA has never raided anybody connected to BJP, this Bajrang Dal or the ABVP. So why is NIA working on some agenda of some particular party? That is my simple point, because NIA was not constituted for the cause of BJP.
You know, if this is an organization, Majid Haidri, that works for the upliftment of Muslims and has a humanitarian cause that they are trying to serve, then how come the members always find themselves under the radar of the agencies, whether it was in Bihar, where there were incriminating documents retrieved, seized by the police that spoke about setting up an Islamic state by 2047? Why does an organization that works for the humanitarian cause need to establish an Islamic state, Majid Haidri?
Well, firstly, learning or teaching martial arts is no way described in the Constitution of India as being an act of terror. We are all martial arts. We even have our own ethnic martial arts, but because karate is the favorite one among the youth, so training youth and providing them self-defense is no act of terror at all. In fact, I would say every Indian should be martial art trained, but I don't know what the problem is with this.
But this was being done. Now, the allegation is that the intention was to impart this training to carry out terror activities. In fact, not just the NI, the Nizamabad police, Majid Haidri, the Nizamabad police also in its remand copy has said that the documents reveal how there was an attempt to establish Islamic State after they arrested Abdul Qadir.
I really like this question. We have an ideology in the country which wants to establish Hindu Rashtra. Will NIA mind to do a crackdown on those people who talk about Hindu Rashtra? Will Ratan Sharda ji say that he is against anybody talking about Hindu Rashtra? Will he condemn it?
Majid
Let
Haidri,
it be an open challenge.
Majid Haidri, if you think that the VHP and RSS and BJP and other organizations are working towards Hindu Rashtra, they are imparting training to carry out terror activities, if that's your allegation, please approach the agencies. Please file a case in the court. Initiate a legal action. The agencies will be forced. The agencies will be forced to take action.
That these ideological groups, they are into bomb making. You should go through that context.
Okay, Ratan Sharda.
From Maharashtra.
Well, Majid Haidri is the newly minted Gandhian. Islamic Gandhian is a lovely person to talk about because he makes so many diversionary tactics. It is no more a fashion to have a secular balance that when you catch hold of PFI, which was in the procession, showing the beating up of a yogi and beating up of RSS and so chaining them. RSS Bajrang Dal ever take on such processions? Have RSS Bajrang Dal ever found involved in terror activities or involved in sending people outside to fight the war in Syria, Pakistan, anywhere? No, sir, don't try to equate the two. It is not the time of secular Congress where Sharad Pawar could create an artificial bomb in 1993 to show that there was a bombing by Hindus also. Those days are gone. If there is a criminal, he will be caught, whether Hindu or Muslim. So don't try to play on that. Secondly, when you say that Hindu Rashtra and all that, tell me any activity which Hindu Rashtra people have done the way PFI is continuously doing. I gave one example of it. I don't think it's Nunchaku and all is really the story. Story is much bigger than that because there are so many karate classes, nobody has been raided. There are so many Nunchaku classes, they have not been raided. So don't try to say that this Nunchak class and this the karate class the reason for arresting them. That's not true. They have been giving arm training. They have been converting people to send them to Syria, etc. That is all on the paper. And they have instigated riots. That is also on the paper. So nobody is saying that what today has been caught is chain of events that is happening. So don't try to equate your hateful PFI with peaceful patriotic people of RSS or Bajrang Dal or anybody. And this is a Hindu nation. There is no doubt. It doesn't go against constitution because Hindus give everybody same right. They give everybody same rights to do whatever they want to do about the religion.
The Constitution gives everybody. The Constitution gives right to everybody. Okay, Majid Haidri, it's the Constitution. It's the Constitution that governs the country. It's the Constitution that gives equal rights to individuals irrespective of their religion. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christians, whatever be the religion of the individuals, in front of the law they are all equal, and the Constitution, without going into their religious backgrounds, grants them rights. Majid Haidri.
Majid, just a moment. There have been three men.
this statement. How dare anybody say that India is a Hindu nation when it's essentially a secular nation as set in the constitution? Are we run by constitution or what Ratan Sharda ji believes? This is the problem with the saffron ideology. They don't believe in constitution.
RSS is banned. RSS come out of legally. It is part of the cases. No case stuck to them because it's all artificial. This was superficial. 3 bans.
So how can you call
all
India
the shout
Hindu
about
nation?
RSS. Last 90 years, nothing has happened. Because there is
When has
nothing
India
against
become a
RSS.
Hindu nation?
You are
Please let the
comparing them
nation
to
know it.
CB, which converted to PFI.
Are you run by some separate
Was CB also
constitution?
banned
which was kept
illegally?
somewhere in
Tell me.
Nagpur? Are you
Was
run by some
CB
separate ideology?
banned by Congress?
How dare you target my constitution? People like you should be booked by NIA. Let there be a true democratic government. Someday you will be booked by NIA for what you have said tonight on the show.
Okay, Ratan
This is
Sharda.
really unfortunate.
I am saying RSS was banned twice by Congress and splits. All the raids were carried out against RSS every time. Nothing was found. Every time RSS went to court, the ban had to be lifted because there was no case against them. And you are saying that if Simi was banned, was Simi banned removed by the court?
Majid Haidri is objecting to your statement on Hindu nation.
Don't divert the discussion. Don't divert. Do not
No, I'm
divert.
not diverting.
Are you defending PFI? Are you defending Islamic State? Are you defending ISIS? Tell me. Are you defending ISIS and Islamic State? Are you saying Islamic State is not violent? Are you saying Islamic State is not killing women and children and creating terror activities across the world? Are you giving ISIS a white chip? Are you giving ISIS a very good good conduct certificate? Are you giving Simi a good conduct certificate? You are not.
Okay, one second, gentlemen. One second. India is a secular nation where the constitution has bestowed rights to every individual irrespective of their religious backgrounds. But Majid Haidri, if there are elements, if there are organizations that are trying to create a rift between communities, trying to promote enmity, not just as per the NIA, as per the Nizamabad police as well, based on the documents that they've been able to retrieve or seize from individuals arrested, shouldn't that organization be called out?
Well, हाथ कंदन को आरती क्या, पढ़े लिखे को पारसी क्या? Somebody from that saffron ideology here, right on your show, said that India is a Hindu nation, and he said yes, he stands for Hindu Rashtra. Now, if everybody goes by this communal mindset that his Sikhs will demand Khalistan,
is violent like ISIS?
what will happen?
Are you saying? Are you comparing Caliphate? Are you comparing Caliphate with the Hindu nation?
Or you decide
Why should I apologize? It's a Hindu majority nation.
Majid Haidri.
Have you oppressed anybody?
Majid Haidri,
you are prospering in
Majid
India?
Haidri, I just said that India is a secular nation. Everybody, irrespective of their religious backgrounds, enjoys the same rights that have been granted by the Constitution. I am asking you about the role of PFI based on what the NIA and the Nizamabad police are saying. Shouldn't such an organization be banned? Shouldn't such an organization be called out, given the allegations leveled against them?
Unless NIA summons the likes of Ratan Sharda ji over what their ideology is about Hindu Rashtra, this will be discriminatory bias. I don't have any faith in NIA since 2014. Let me be clear on this, because they have been biased. They
have not done any terror activity to impose.
Majid Haidri, the agency will act against individuals who have done illegal acts, who are found involved in terror activities. At least that's what the NIA's intent and motto is. So if there are people against whom such allegations have been leveled, again I'm asking you, Majid Haidri, before we wrap up, why shouldn't one call out such organizations? Why shouldn't a legal action be taken? Why every time say that a Muslim community is being targeted because you are questioning the PFI?
Swati Saiba, whichever outfit is involved into terror activity, just ban that outfit.
Yes.
But then Yashwant Shinde, in his petition before CBI, has said that the saffron group is involved in terror activity.
You contradict yourself. You say act against such organizations, and then you say, but PFI is an organization that works for the upliftment of Muslims, an organization that works for humanitarian cause. Then that's double standard, Majid Haidri. That's double standard. I have to wrap up. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us.